thought, because that certainly would be breaking news, but I have actual breaking news here from our Adam Schefter, if we could get to that really quickly here. During a team meeting minutes ago, Jets players were informed that Zach Wilson is not starting Sunday's game versus the Chicago Bears, sources telling ESPN. Wilson, who's had a 5-2 record as a starting quarterback this season, with both losses coming versus the New England Patriots, is being benched. Mm-hmm. Your reaction?
I have no problem with this decision. I will say to you that yesterday, Keyshawn gave me food for thought in terms of the kind of impact it could potentially have and how you don't make that decision yet. You might wait until after the game against Chicago, after you warned him and gave him an opportunity to respond. But even though he gave me food for thought and I understand where he's coming from, I love this decision because here's the problem. Salah knows the team doesn't believe in Zach Wilson right now. That's the reality of the situation. When you show up in that post-game conference after playing the way that you played and you get asked whether or not you let the team down when you scored just 3 points, you couldn't do anything all day long. You completed 55% of your passes on the season. You ain't doing anything, but you pointing the finger elsewhere. You showed that you ain't man enough to lead yet. Now, he's only 22. So that's not the book is not closed on Zach Wilson. He can resurrect himself and come back from this eventually. But I think this season, as the New York Jets move forward and they try to compete with Miami, New England, and Buffalo for a playoff spot, because it is not beyond conceivable, guys, that all 4 teams in the AFC East can make the playoffs. All 4 of them. Because who's the wild card out of the North, the South, or the West? The fact of the matter is, it's entirely plausible that this could happen. I don't blame the Jets one bit. It would be one thing if he performed badly and said, yo, man, I got to do better. I stunk up the joint. I lost this game for us. Okay, I think if he had said that, I think he's starting this week and you following Keyshawn's path and you give him another chance. But the fact that he did that so turned the collective whole of the New York Jets off, it left them no choice but to say, we got to yank his behind for this game.
Yeah, sitting next to Robert Saleh on the sideline with a baseball cap on, charting plays. Okay, I get it. I understand that. For me, I guard against a young player at the quarterback position. This isn't Elijah Moore. This isn't Keyshawn Johnson, a receiver, being benched for dropping too many balls, and nothing like that. This is a franchise, supposedly quarterback that you took with your second pick overall after moving on from Sam Darnold. You said he was your franchise. You in the midst of a playoff run. On top of that, you're getting ready to play against a Chicago team that's not very good, and then Justin Fields may not be in the lineup. So I was hoping that they would give him an opportunity to show the team that he's learned from his mistakes, post-game press conference, and play, that he can now guide his team to a victory against the lonely Chicago Bears. But clearly, this type of move signals to me that they may be thinking about something else down the line as the season wears on. Because if all of a sudden, whoever that starting quarterback is, whether it's Joe Flacco or Mike White, which I heard that White was a better quarterback in training camp from the eyes of the people that I saw and talked to that was in the Jets, that been around them and said, hey, this dude is actually better, but they never going to do that because he was the number 2 pick. Now you putting yourself in a situation where this next quarterback take them to the playoffs and go on a nice run. What are you going to do during the offseason now?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.